Okay, now today we will see the histology of male reproductive system. Okay, so in the male reproductive system, we know primary sex organ, that is the testis; accessory sex organ, that is the epididymis, vasdeferens, seminal vesicle; prostate, also the male urethra, and the penis. Okay, so we will discuss the histology of the structure one by one. Okay, so here you can see this is the testis. Okay, here this is the epididymis. Okay, this is the vas deferens. Okay, here this is the vas deferens. Now this is a seminal vesicle, and this is the prostate gland. Okay, and this is the penis, and this is the male urethra. Okay, towards the penis. Okay, so first we will see the histology of the testis. Okay, we will see the microscopic structure of the testis. So here in the testis we will see what are the coverings and the lobules, that is the tunica albuginea, okay, vasculosa. Okay, about the seminiferous tubules, there are the 1 to 3 seminiferous tubule in each lobule. Okay, in which there is a spermatogonic cells and the Sertoli cells. Okay, they are the large pyramidal cells. Also there is a supporting cells and the removes residual body. Another cell, that is the interstitial cell or the leading cell. Okay, it lies in the cluster between the seminiferous tubule. Okay, we will see it. Straight tubule lined by Sertoli cells and the red testis. Okay, this is the when we will see the cross section of the testis, and we will see some of the structure. Here you can see this is a section of the testis in which you can see these are the three layers. This is the tunica vaginalis, this is the tunica albuginea, and tunica vasculosa. Okay, here this is the seminiferous tubule. Okay, so this is the seminiferous tubule. Okay, this is the one lobules of the testis in which this is the seminiferous tubules. Okay, these all the seminiferous tubules will form the rete testis, and after that it will form the efferent ductule. Then it will form the head of epididymis, and this is the body, and this is the tail of epididymis, which continues as a vas deferens. Okay, in the microscopic structure of the testis, okay, we will see. Okay, this is the figure. Okay, histologically, you know, it is stained by the H and E stain. Okay, so here you can see this is a seminiferous tubules. Okay, these are all the seminiferous tubules. Okay, and here you can see these are the outer layer, that is a tunica albuginea, and this is a tunica vasculosa. Okay, here you can see this is a germinal epithelium. Okay, we will see it on the next figure. Okay, so here in this histology, okay, this is a magnified view. Okay, here you can see the some of the structure, that is of this is a seminiferous tubules in which you can see. Okay, so here what you have to see, that is the first, this is a okay, these are all, this is the seminiferous tubule. Under the high magnification you can see, okay, these are the Sertoli cell, also called the supporting cells. Okay, and the second, this is a spermatogonia. Okay, so here this is the primary spermatocytes, and this is the secondary spermatocytes. Okay, here in between these seminiferous tubules, okay, this is another seminiferous tubule, this is the another seminiferous tubule. Okay, in between these there is the interstitial cells of leading. Okay, so these are the cells, and you can also draw this figure during the exam to show the seminiferous tubule in a magnified view. Okay, so in this also you can see interstitial cells of the leading. These are the Sertoli cell, and these are the spermatogonia, this is the primary spermatocyte and this is the secondary spermatocyte. Okay, this is the same figure. This is the, okay, like these are the lobules you can see. Okay, these are all the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so here these are the blood vessel. Also you can connect to these seminiferous tubule under high magnification. You can correlate with this figure. Okay, so this is all about the microscopic structure of the testis. Okay, now we will see the histology of the epididymis. Okay, I am not going to discuss about the what are the function of the Sertoli cells. Okay, what are the function of the interstitial cells of the leading. Okay, you have to find out what are the functions and then you have to prepare. Okay, histology of epididymis. Okay, we know this is the epididymis. This epididymis is formed by the efferent ductus. Okay, so this is the epididymis. Okay, about the epididymis, if we see about the epididymis, it is a 20 feet long, or you can say 6 meter long, highly coiled tube present on posterolateral aspect of posterior border of the testis. And we have divided epididymis into the head, body and the tail. Okay, and it is continuous as a Vasdeferens. Okay, so here it is the epididymis is a single highly coiled duct. Okay, it is present on both the sides. Okay, but here we will see about the epithelium and the muscle layer. Okay, so here the epithelium is a pseudostratified columnar epithelium, principal cells, basal cells, principal cells with the stereocilia, there is no goblet cell, muscle layer, circular smooth muscle, gradually increase in thickness. What are the function of epididymis? So absorption, phagocytosis of the residual body and secretion of glycoprotein. Okay, so this is the head of epididymis and this is the tail and the body of epididymis. In the histology of the epididymis, okay, so this is the low magnification figure, and another that you can clearly see, this is the high magnification figure. Okay, so here in the epididymis you can see this is the epithelium. Okay, that is a pseudostratified columnar epithelium with the stereocilia. Here you can see the stereocilia. Okay, these are the principal cells and these are the basal cells. Okay, so these are the basal cells and this is the smooth muscle. Okay, so here in the epididymis this is a sperm. Okay, this is a smooth muscle layer also is there, and this is a duct system. Okay, the ductus epididymis in the longitudinal section, and these are all the connective tissue. Okay, so this figure also you can draw. So you can see you can also draw this figure showing the stereocilia. There is a pseudostratified columnar epithelium with stereocilia. Okay, this is another figure. So we are not going to discuss much about this, but this is a section of epididymis without sperm. Okay, and another section, that is B, that is a section of epididymis with sperm. Okay, so this is about the having sperm or not in the epididymis. About the histology of the Vasdeferens. Okay, so we will see. So you know, from the tail of the epididymis there will be a Vasdeferens. Okay, so all of you know this Vasdeferens, okay, joined with the seminal vesicles, okay, here, and to form the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so you know the duct of the seminal vesicle and Vasdeferens, both these form the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so here in this, what we will see in the histology of the Vasdeferens, so it is a thick muscular tube with star-shaped lumen. Okay, so we will see. We have to see mucosa, smooth muscle coat, and adventitia. Okay, the mucosa, the lining is a pseudostratified columnar epithelium with stereocilia. You will see the lamina propria in it. Smooth muscle coat. In this there is a 3 layer inner longitudinal, middle thick circular, and outer longitudinal. Adventitia, loose areolar tissue. What are the functions? Peristaltic contraction and the ejaculation. Okay, so here how can we identify? So here first the mucosa. Okay, this is the lamina propria, that is all the below it. Epithelium, pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Here you can see the lumen is a star shape. Epithelium is a pseudo-stratified columnar ciliated. Okay, and there is a 3 layer. Okay, inner there is a longitudinal, middle circular, and outer longitudinal. And lastly, this is the adventitia. Okay, so this figure also you can draw. Now another we will discuss about the seminal vesicle. So seminal vesicles, we will see what is the histology of the seminal vesicle. So seminal vesicles are paired, elongated, paired means it is present on both the sides, paired, elongated, folded tubular gland with a muscular and fibrous coat. Okay, so it is a fibromuscular glandular structure. Okay, and this gland joined with the ductus deferens to form the ejaculatory duct. Okay, so we have discussed this is a Vasdeferens and this is a seminal vesicle. Both these form this ejaculatory duct. Okay, and this open into the prostatic part of the urethra. Okay, this is the prostate and this is the urethra. This is the prostatic part of the urethra. So Vasdeferens and the duct of seminal vesicle form the ejaculatory duct. Okay, and that open into the prostatic part of the urethra. Okay. Now what we have to learn in the histology of seminal vesicle, that seminal vesicle is a paired sac-like gland. We have to see the mucosa, smooth muscle core, and in the adventitia. Pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, smooth muscle core, inner circular and outer longitudinal, adventitia, loose areolar tissue. What are the functions of seminal vesicle? Secretion of fructose-rich alkaline seminal fluid. Okay. So it also helps to flush the sperm out of the urethra. Okay, sometimes pale yellow color of semen is because of lipochrome pigment released by seminal vesicle. Here in this figure we will see histology. Okay, here you can see the mucosal fold. So under the microscope you can see this type of the mucosal fold. Okay, here this is the primary mucosal fold, this is the secondary mucosal fold. Here you can see the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, lamina propria, this is a smooth muscle, mucosal crypt is there, inner circular muscle, outer longitudinal muscle layer, and lastly there is a adventitia. Okay, and all of you know the adventitia is a thin layer of loose connective tissue surround the muscle layer. Okay, so under the microscope, okay, the seminal vesicle can be seen like this. Okay, so you have to identify these are thrones into the fold. Okay, so these are the fold that is all about the mucosal crypts, and this is the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Okay, so like this you can see under the microscope. Okay, this is a figure you can draw in your journal and also given in your journal. So this is the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, 1 number, 2nd number mucosal crypt. Okay, that is present in the lamina propria. Okay, smooth muscle. Okay, is also there. Okay, and we know there is a inner circular layer and outer. There is a outer longitudinal layer. Lastly, there is a adventitia. Okay, so this figure you can draw during the histology of seminal vesicle. Okay. Now, histology of the prostate gland. Okay. So it is the largest of accessory sex gland. It surrounds the first part of the male urethra. Okay, so there be in the part of the male urethra. This is called the prostatic urethra. It is a fibromuscular type of the gland. Okay, and it is surrounded by 2 capsules. One is the true capsule, consists of fibromuscular stroma, and the small capsule, the pelvic fascia. Okay. We will see the microscopic structure now. There is a stroma and the parenchyma. Okay. So here this is a prostate. Parenchyma is the fibromuscular stroma and the connective tissue capsule. Parenchyma 30 to 50 tubulo-alveolar gland, simple ovoidal to pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Duct, simple columnar epithelium. There is also a stroma. Okay, so there is a parenchyma and the stroma. There is a fibromuscular stroma. So smooth muscle, collagen and elastic fiber is there. Blood and lymphatic vessel, nerves, and lastly the connective tissue capsule. What are the functions? Secretion of prostatic fluid containing acid phosphatase. The acid phosphatase is also there. Fibrinolysis, citric acid, and the PSA. Okay, so these are the functions that it contains this type of the acid or the content. Okay, this prostatic secretion promotes mobility of the sperm. Okay, and it secretes 10 to 30% final ejaculation. Okay, sometimes we will see the what is the prostatic concretion. Okay, so here in this figure there is the prostatic gland is there. Okay, this is a prostate gland, and these are the some of the prostate gland. That is the main prostatic gland, submucosal gland, and this is the mucosal gland. Okay. So that we have seen in the gross anatomy. Now the prostate gland histology. Okay, this is the prostatic concretion is there. This is a glandular epithelium. This is a glandular acinis. Okay, this prostatic concretion, also called corpora amylaceae. They are oval dense bodies of glycoprotein seen in lumen of glands in old people. It is due to condensation of secretory products which may be calcified. Okay, so these are the oval dense bodies of glycoprotein that you have to remember. What is corpora amylaceae? Okay, and or the prostatic concretion. Here histology of prostate gland under the microscope. Okay, one, this is the glandular epithelium, smooth stable. This is the prostatic concretion that we have discussed. Okay. Now you can draw this figure also given in your journal. Okay, one number, this is the glandular epithelium. Second, that is a smooth stable. Prostatic concretion is there. This is a prostatic concretion, and fourth, this is the excretory duct. Okay, in the last we will see the histology of the penis. Okay, when we cut this cross section or the section of the penis and we will visualize under the microscope, then what we can see. Okay, so here this type of the image you can see under the microscope. That is a okay, this is a schematic figure. Okay, this is a transverse section of the penis. Okay, this is the part of the urethra that is present in the corpus spongiosum, corpora cavernosa. This is a deep artery of the penis. Okay, this is a deep dorsal vein, and this is the dorsal artery, dorsal nerve, and this is a superficial dorsal vein, and this lastly this is the skin. This is a Colles fascia, and this is the Buck fascia. So here in this figure, the histologically H and E stain. This figure, one number is the corpora cavernosa, second number is the corpora spongiosa, and this is the penile urethra. So you can draw this figure. Okay, this is all about the histology of male reproductive system. Okay, here in this figure also you can see. Okay, this type of the image you can see, but simply you can draw during the exam also this type of the figure, then also it is sufficient. But if you want to draw much more, then you can draw this figure. Lastly, this is all about the male reproductive system. Okay. Thank you.